We are here today to talk about millions of desperate families. Families so cut off from civilization that they don't even know that a day like this exists on their behalf. Millions. And numbers can illuminate, but they can also obscure. So I'm here today to say that refugees are not numbers. They're not even just refugees. They are mothers and daughters and fathers and sons. They are farmers, teachers, doctors, engineers. They're individuals, all. And most of all, they are survivors, each one with a remarkable story that tells of resilience in the face of great loss. They are the most impressive people I have ever met, and they are also some of the world's most vulnerable. Stripped of home and country, refugees are buffeted from every ill wind that blows across this planet. I remember meeting a pregnant Afghani woman in a completely abandoned camp in Pakistan. She couldn't travel when everyone else was relocated because she was too late in her pregnancy. She was alone with her two children and an older woman. There was nothing for miles around the camp, not a single tree, no other people in sight. So when they asked me to come in for tea, I said I didn't feel it was necessary. But being Afghans, they take pride in how they treat their guests, so they insisted. And they guided me into a small dirt house with no roof to keep out the scorching heat. And they dusted off these two old mats that they ate and slept and prayed on. And we sat and we talked, and they were just the loveliest women. And then with a few twigs and a single tin cup of water, they made the last of their tea, and they insisted that we enjoy it. Since before the parable of the widow's mite, it has been known that those who have the least will give the most. Most refugee families will offer you the only food they have and pretend they're not hungry. And the generosity of the poor applies not only to refugees. We should never forget that more than 80% of all refugees are hosted and have been for years and years in the poorest developing countries.